Hello, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. This video is for Ryan. Okay, Ryan, so this is the clutch coil that I tested for you. This coil is from a 94 unit. See, as you can see over here, it's a 94. But this is the original, this is the old school one. It's a good coil. So what I want to show you first is that this unit has been on for quite a while. I just came back from the shop and I tested the coil like on and off a couple of times. As you can see, when I move the lever, it activates the gear. This throttle body had no problems with the coil to start off with. The problem is with the potentiometer. See, as you can see, it's broken off. So this is the original problem. So the unit itself did not come in for the coil or wires. It came in with potentiometer issue, but it's just way gone. I'm not gonna even bother fixing it. But the coil is good, and I want to show you that it works fine. So now, first of all, the temperature outside. So this is my temperature meter. So we're just gonna take the temperature 77 degrees in the room right now. It's really cold outside, so heat has been on running all day long. But on the coil itself, as you can see, I'm trying to get the reading, and it's like 115, 116. That's not even on the coil, that's on the gear around the coil. Next thing what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut the coil down. It's energized right now at 9 volts. That's what the computer gives out. You can see it's 9 volts about. Left dial. I shut it down. So when I shut it down, I can move these two things apart. So what I'm going to show you is this. I'm going to remove the gear. I mean, not the gear. That was the clutch, the actual clutch. We have the coil right there. As you can see, there are numbers on it written down. And I'm gonna show you another coil that has, this is a bad coil. This is from a newer version. No numbers on it. This is the newer style. That's the old style. This is the one that actually lasts for like years. Newer ones don't. As you can see, this is one of them here. Another one here. If I smell it right now, I do smell burnt kind of smell, but that's because the nature of the coil is just basically a short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back on. I'm basically creating the short. I'm going to show you the temperature on the coil. You can see the temperature on the coil is 170. Well, that's the max, 177. So basically the coil is super hot at this point, and it is working fine. See, I'm trying to see, that's the temperature on the coil. The highest I got was here, 185. It's pretty hot, in other words. So I'm gonna put the gear back on. Obviously heat dissipates. I'm gonna put this the drive gear on, and we're gonna put the clutch on. You can see it's already magnetized. As you can see, let me shut the coil down. You'll see it's gonna fall down once magnetic field is off. As you can see, magnetic field went away. Clutch fell down. So right now, here it is magnetized because the coil is working. If I shut down the power, actually I got it just right. I got it on the edge here. So as you can see, if I try to, it falls right down. Put the power on, stays. So how about we'll do a second test. How about this? Shut down the power, falls down. Okay, so you can see the coil is working, and if I'm going to trying to put this together. There. So it clicks on, and I can't separate it anymore. It's that strong. So as you can see, I even left marks on my fingers trying to separate it. As you can see, that's on it solid. So that's good. This is definitely a good working coil. Old school coil. And now, as you can see, I can move it easily, because there is no magnetic field left on it, because the power is off. It's all move freely. So I just wanted to make this video just to show you that the actual coil works. So I put the power on, they work together. I cannot separate the coil. You see, I leave marks on my fingers, so it is definitely working. So that's what I want to show you. Now, it's been on for about maybe 10 to like 12 hours straight, non-stop, and it reached that temperature that I just showed on a thermometer. Just a thermometer here. It works fine, so I have no problems with this coil. So I can clearly state that this coil is a working coil. Now, the board. So I made this board ready. You will find some residue. If you want the board, I'll send you the board. It's like I have more of these, it's not a problem. So this is the condition of the board. This is decent. It's actually very decent. If you want ribbon cable with the board, that's fine with me. I can send you that as well. It's just difficult to actually feed it through, so that's why I fold it in like such. So you feed it in there, fold it, and once you feed it through, hey, come on, buddy. Hey, where is it going? As you can see, there's a hole in there. I'm missing the entry point. So something like that. You get the idea. You just have to feed it through the entry hole in there, and once it's fed through, well, whatever. I cannot make it with one hand. You feed this tube in there, and then you pull out. You unfold the ribbon cable, and then you solder ribbon cable on top of these terminals. So you have to clean your terminals before you solder it, and you have to clean out the holes on this ribbon cable. I strongly advise you not to do so, because it's easier just to replace the coil versus replacing the whole thing with ribbon cable, but it's up to you. We'll talk about it on the phone. I just wanted to make this video so you see it first, and then we'll talk about it on the phone. Then we'll discuss what's going to be the best scenario. So yeah, basically this thing is ready to go. If you need the board here, as you can see, the board has a little bit of flux residue. It's non-conductive, no problems here. I cleaned out all the openings so you can feed your wires through and solder. I haven't touched clutch coil openings at all, and you know, it can come just together or just a clutch coil. It's up to you, whichever way you prefer. So this is it basically. I mean, the coil is ready to go. I can just remove it. So let me just take this out. So I'm gonna remove the coil anyway. This throttle body is apart now. Might as well go for it and remove the coil. This is the condition of the coil. My apologies for making it like a choppy video here, but this is the best I can do. It is a working coil. Okay, and this is the old school coil. This is the one that would last for years. Newer coils actually prone to failure for some reason. I don't know why, but old coils, even though they look not as attractive as new ones, but they do work. They perform. They don't crack. They just look a little burnt, but they look They just work fine, you know. Alright, so this is it basically. This was Victor at restoremercedes.com. This video is for Ryan, and you know, regarding the clutch coil replacement on throttle body from V8 model. Thanks for watching.